Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. It's a great week for comics. A lot of times when there's 5 Wednesdays in a month, the 5th Wednesday kind of gets the shaft. And a lot of that was DC's fault, because DC would be like, oh, there's 5 Wednesdays. I guess we're just going to throw out some annuals in that last one, instead of, peppering their books out throughout the month. This week is different, though. And to celebrate it, I got my Booster Gold haircut just in time for Booster Gold's triumphant return, Booster Gold and the Flintstones. Now, these are all one-shots. Originally, they called them annuals, but then the marketing team decided, we shouldn't call them annuals. They're not part of an ongoing series, and no one's going to buy them if they're called annuals if they weren't buying a series that the annual is. They're specials. They're one-shots. They're specials. You got Booster Gold and the Flintstones. You got Suicide Squad and the Banana Splits, Space Ghost Green Lantern, which was no-brainer, and Adam Strange and Future Quest. And they were great. They were great. The Hanna-Barbera universe stuff has been wonderful. And obviously DC's Rebirth, I've been singing their praises. The one thing about Rebirth, the one thing that I've been kind of hurt about so far, anticipating, because I know JSA is coming back, is Booster freaking Gold. When is Booster going to be back? And Booster is in this issue of the Flintstone special. And it's awesome. Booster has to go back to prehistoric times for some reason. I'm not going to spoil the plot, but he just has to go back to figure something out, because there's some problem in the future. And then the Flintstones might happen to come to the future from the past as well, and there's shenanigans and hijinks, and it's very funny and very fun and freaking awesome. And it's written by the regular Flintstone writer, Russell, and there's a backup feature of the Jetsons by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti, which is a lot like Black Mirror, but with the Jetsons, and it was awesome. It's just a backup short, but what they did there, I would read a mini or ongoing of that. It was awesome. Moving on to Suicide Squad and Banana Splits. This book, I didn't really even know who the Banana Splits were, and I watched a lot of Cartoon Express back in my day, but it was awesome. This was cool. They kind of look like the Gorillas, like Gorillas, Tank Girl, all that stuff, but this was fun. There's no origin or secret origin of why these anthropomorphic animal people in a band are in our universe, are in the DC universe, to interact with the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad kind of asked them, what's your deal? Where'd you come from? And their answer was really funny, actually. They just give them the answer of how their band formed. Well, this dude put a Craigslist ad in, and we got together. Anyway, they're the backup for the Suicide Squad, because if Amanda Waller calls in any big guns, the other people, higher-ups, would know that the mission went awry and might explode their brains, because, that's the constant threat for the Suicide Squad, is brain explosions. And it was fun. It was a hilarious, action-packed, crazy book. And the bonus feature here is the Snagglepuss Chronicles, which is a gay Snagglepuss, McCarthy-era type of stuff. And it's written by the same guy, Russell, that writes the Flintstones. And that was fun. I enjoyed that. Green Lantern, Space Ghost. Look at this cover. Look at their two, the band and the ring, and they're side by side. This actually happens in the issue. This is actually a panel of the issue. It's not one of those things where the cover doesn't happen. It was fun. The art's great. Loved seeing them together. They were both Silver Age space adventurers. They worked great together. Loved this issue. And the Ruff and Ready backup was pretty cool. It was funny. They're kind of like Abbott and Costello. I can get that. That was fun. Moving on, Adam Strange and Future Quest. Ann Draco and Jeff Parker did this. Parker's doing the regular Future Quest. And Adam Strange just fit perfectly in the adventure Hanna-Barbera universe, just perfectly. Sure, when he saw Birdman, he thought it was Hawkman, whatever. That's obligatory. But other than that, he was created in the same era, and he works. He works there. And I've always enjoyed Adam Strange, and this was a really fun issue. I enjoyed it. If you're getting Future Quest, there is no reason for you not to pick this up. It is great. And the backup is Top Cat by Dan DiDio, and Top Cat is essentially now the DC Universe Howard the Duck. No bullshit, that's the setup. It's not even me reading into it. That's what he is. It's there for you. Enjoy it. One of the annuals DC Universe Rebirth Annual Titans. This one is important. They're face-to-face with their Justice League counterparts. There is a villain that throws them all together for a reason. And I think, and we're led to believe, that the reason has probably to do with the greater Rebirth stuff, the machinations of the blue guy with the blue dong that sits on Mars and pouts, and the guy that might be Ozymandias or whatever, like they're probably behind it. They're not in this issue, so I'm not spoiling it, but they're probably behind it because, they're behind a lot of the real meat and potatoes Rebirth conspiracy stuff. But this issue is very, very important for Donna Troy. Bombshells about Donna Troy in here with Wonder Woman, and it's a great issue. It's fun. Lobo's having a little renaissance this week, front and center in Justice League of America. Love him in that. And this Harley's Little Black Book featuring Lobo, don't bother with the number 6. That doesn't matter. Every one of these is a one-and-done one-shot, and this is a full and complete story by Connor Palmiani and art by Simon Bisley, who did all the classic Lobo stuff. Lobo's Back, Contract with God, Paramilitary Christmas. I can rattle these off because I live that stuff. They get naked and hook up. Spoiler, it's fun. It's not that hard to believe. Harley does have a thing for pasty white dudes, so whatever. It works. It was fun. If you like Lobo or Harley, you'll probably enjoy it. Dark Knight 3, Master Race, number 8. There's only going to be 9. Penultimate issue. Shit hits the fan here. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Didn't think I'd like Dark Knight 3, but I've enjoyed it the whole time. This issue is great. And finally for DC, the Hellblazer Volume 1's out. Really digging it. Oliver is a great writer for Constantine. And I love John Constantine in the DC Universe, and I like how this one is a little darker, still in the DC Universe, but a little darker, a little bit more like the Vertigo series, and calling it the Hellblazer like the Vertigo series was actually called, it nods to that. Moving on to Marvel, you got Inhumans Prime and X-Men Prime. These are both primers. They're one-shots, they're pretty thick, and they set up the new paradigm, the new blueprints for both the species. The X-Men one, all the different teams, all the different books, everything's in here. It all sets up the chess pieces to go, sets the table. Kitty Pryde is awesome, and Storm is fun, and all this setup is cool. I'm excited about what's gonna happen to the X-Men. It's back to basics, and seems like X-Men Rebirth, it's kind of like DC Rebirth, but with the X-Men. And Inhumans Prime, I've never been the biggest Inhumans fan. I liked him here and there. I liked him as supporting characters. I liked him Marvel Knights. That was great. A lot of this stuff recently, there's just so much so fast with them, too much stuff, whatever. And I didn't like them encroaching on the X-Men. You give them an easement and then they start encroaching. But this is cool. I like what they're doing now. Marvel Boy shows up, great Inhuman character that Grant Morrison created. And Marvel Boy is like Terminator 2, come with me to space if you want to be awesome. And they go to frickin' space. Cool, X-Men need their space anyway. The mutants need their space. Go into space. So, yeah, the Royals book is going to be them in space. Then there's a Secret Warriors book, which is the younger cast of Inhumans on Earth, a lot like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Black Bolt's getting his own book, and they all sound pretty good. And if anything sounds good to you, your store will probably have this Resurrection Spotlight freebie, and it has the first few pages of almost every title coming. So that's awesome and valuable for you to sample and see what you would like. And it's free. We'll be handing them out all day tomorrow, all day Wednesday. And Thanos 5 is out. The last page of this is insane. If you did get Thanos and stopped because it was slow or whatever, check out the last page of this. Spoil the last page of this for yourself, and maybe you'll go back and read it because Lemire's doing great things with it, and the last page is insane. And, I'm not exaggerating. It is. And then Infamous Iron Man, issue 6, this is where Bendis' machinations all start coming together. That he's doing those 2 disparate Iron Man books, and they're colliding in on each other. And it makes sense now what the purpose is of both of them. And Image, the Old Guard, Rucka, issue 2 is out. The Sword of Immortals that have been around for thousands of years or whatever, and that they're being exposed now. highly violent, great Rucka work, and the first issue second print is out this week, so you could grab both if you missed it before. Saga Volume 7 is out, new volume is Saga. This is crazy. It ends on a very huge and sad note, but this is not the end of Saga, just the end of Volume 7 has a really big ending, really big, and I'm really enjoying it. So if you know, like no one really quits reading Saga, but you might not have picked up Volume 6 or whatever, just get 6 and 7 at once because, wow, 7 rocked. And then Invincible 23 is out this week, another volume of Invincible. Tell people about that. It doesn't sell as good as Walking Dead, but people buy it in collections a lot more than they do in the issues, so wonderful. Get it however you want it. We have it now. Black Hammer, Volume 1, Secret Origins, Jeff Lemire, my favorite new title. This is easily my favorite book that Jeff Lemire's done. It has a lot of the emotional stuff and dysfunctional family stuff that he's known for, that I love him for, but in a dysfunctional superhero family, and a lot of Easter eggs or nods, allusions to Silver Age characters, and it's great. A lot of mystery, a lot of just a lot of craziness, and it's dark, and some of it is dark humor, which is my kind of humor. So yeah, pick it up, read some of the quotes on the back from your favorite writers saying it's the best thing ever in life, and give it a shot. Also, one of my favorite indie books in recent years, Space Riders. I was talking about the first series when it came out. Every page looks like a blacklight poster. It's like, what if a captain's log was a blacklight poster, and it's just like LSD trip. It's just LSD trip in space, and I really enjoy it. And I think that the people that would like this are going to truly, truly love it. Some people are like, I'm not really into drugs. But, if you've ever done LSD, like seriously, or shrooms, we're in Florida here, so shrooms are easy to come by. But you will have flashbacks reading this, and you will enjoy it. So this is great. It's the first issue of Volume 2. Volume 1 is still out in softcover. It's $13, full and complete story. That's great. Hillbilly by Eric Powell, Volume 1's out this week. The guy that does The Goon. Hillbilly is his new creation, put by his own small press Albatross that he owns. So he's putting everything into this. It's great. If you like Goon, you'll like it. A one-shot Archie horror, Archie horror, Afterlife with Archie, Sabrina. This is just a one-shot. It's Jughead the Hunger, because Jughead can never be satiated. He's always eating. It starts with him at an all-you-can-eat restaurant, and the owner's like, holy shit, you're putting me out of business. Get the hell out of here. What? Get out of here. So anyway, Jughead is a werewolf. He's a werewolf. His whole family comes from a long line of werewolves, and there's another character in Riverdale that their family, I'm not going to use pronouns, their family is always killing werewolves, and things happen, and it's very horrific. It opens with Miss Grundy losing her head. This is the third page right there. So Miss Grundy is, doesn't get any respect here or on the Riverdale TV show. So there's that. But this was a fun, dark humor horror book, one shot, one and done. I enjoyed it. And also, WrestleMania is this Sunday here in Orlando. And if you weren't fast enough to get your tickets online before it sold out, or didn't have the money to, or any combination of that, we're going to have it here in the Geek Easy, where I'm standing in a comic shop, the back comic shop, the Geek Easy Speakeasy, starting at 5 o'clock, shenanigans, prizes. It'll be hosted, it'll be fun, and we have this WrestleMania special, too, that just came out this week, which I guess spoils WrestleMania. Don't read it till no, I'm just kidding. It's just more of the boom WWE comic work that they've been doing. In fact, there's another part of the New Day in here, but it's all WrestleMania themed. And if you're going to WrestleMania or coming here for WrestleMania, you should buy it. I mean, if you're here, you saved a lot of money not buying the ticket, so at least get your commemorative comic book. All right, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed some comics this week. Booster Gold, the Flintstones, my pick of the week. Get it. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.